Okay. Right. So we've no Mikey and we've no Andy,
No.
and I'm distorting. Maybe. So what else has been
Well, you're
happening?
entertaining, but I don't know if we're that entertaining.
Yeah. So what else has been happening in people's
Mental.
lives?
What else? I've working on. Oh no, that's not gonna be out for a
I
while.
see.
I have to go up. I'm DMing it. Like a game day up in Tala on Saturday, but to be honest,
Oh, you
can't be
go.
asked trekking up there.
I
But
saw that advertised. Yeah, I saw
yeah,
that
that
advertised.
yeah, Lork. Are we live on YouTube?
We are. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, you are. It's
Before I
okay.
say too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that
No, I
advertised.
just like it's one of those times where it's like if I wish I could kind of just I want to just get up there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it, but they're just squeezing in prep, kind of prep for that.
Are they giving
I
you?
haven't prepped for an in-game game of
Yeah.
D&D for a very long time. I've been relying on Roll20 and virtual tabletops. It's made it a bit a bit easy.
No
Yeah.
practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
As Mikey said, he was going to restart everything. Um,
hmm
I'm just gonna WhatsApp Andy there, because I know he was trying to plug.
Yeah,
It looked like he was trying to plug in the speaker there.
yeah, we can't hear him either
Yeah,
now at this
yeah,
stage. Yeah.
yeah.
Not hearing me.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we
Now
can
that
hear
you're
you now.
talking,
Okay, yeah.
now we are. Yeah.
Okay, great. So my new laptop does not work with headphones.
Oh no, that's not good.
Announcement.
Yeah, your audio is not great either. I'm just gonna boost you in Discord. Oh shit, what have I done there now? Yeah, your audio's not great. Your mic isn't great. I don't know how we're hearing you. Say something there, Andy. Give us a count.
Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, your voice sounds very muffled as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
It's certainly I can hear it, but it is slightly at a distance and muffled. But I can hear it, so it's walkable, Andy.
yeah.
Yeah. Just
It just sounds like you're in Apollo 7.
There is a setting in. I don't know if you've tried it, Andy. There's a setting in Discord for the sensitivity of your mic because it's not picking up every time you speak, but when you speak a bit louder, it is. So might in the Discord setting increase your own sensitivity.
I just tried that one, but that was with the headphones on. I mess around with it right now.
Yeah. So basically, I'm not allowed to shout, and Andy must shout.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah. What?
I have no mic and I must shout.
Yeah. So yeah, right. So I'll do
Alright.
I'll do a bit of a recap there from ages ago when last time we were this. So our FBI agent Derek headed off when all the shooting started. I presume to get reinforcements. That's why he's not here at the moment. Archibald was shot, got shot, and Dr. Owen Rattigan patched him up and did some first aid on him. But he needs a bit more medical help within an hour or so, give or take. It's not an exact science, or he'll bleed out. Meanwhile, O'Rattigan and oh, there he is, Mikey, wearing a GAA jersey. You can't go fucking anywhere without someone turning up in a GAA jersey. I suppose you're going to claim it's Ukraine, is it? The blue and yellow is Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tip and Claire have it easy.
There was Caroline. There was an article in the Examiner about a Ukraine girl living, and she said, "Oh, all the blue and yellow flags are up for us." And they go, "Yeah, it's also the Caroline GAA colour, so it was quite easy. We didn't have to go to too much trouble in getting the blue and yellow."
I think Caroline was blue.
Yeah, sure. There's a finite amount of colours that the GAA use, and the fucking.
Did I read recently somebody was murdered in Caroline?
Yeah, it was really. He killed.
I won't.
He killed. he killed his brother and attempts to kill his father. Yeah, the brother was 27 or something, and yeah, he was in his 40s. Seemingly, he has. It wasn't drugs or money related. It was he'd mental health issues. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah,
I know it's terrible.
I think I said it before because yeah, my sister-in-law is from Carrigaline.
Oh, I didn't know that.
all have... Oh no, it's my eldest brother who lives in. They live in Mount Oval, but
Oh yeah.
she's from Carrigaline, and
Right.
I think it's. I don't know if it's. I think it's. I think it's her dad's family because I think.
Oh, wow.
I think the family's Norries. I think. So,
Right. Yeah.
they're from the
Yeah.
city.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a bit. Yeah. It was fairly tragic.
Wileys. Yeah. Not them, sister.
Yeah.
Wileys.
So sorry. Anyway. Yeah. Apart from Mikey turning up and disrupting everything. So Mikey's character Robert and O'Rahilligan went off to Wyatt's house, and they were told not to let anything out of the attic, and they promptly let out a feral deep one out of the attic, who ran down the stairs and ate her daughter. Wyatt collapsed in inconsolable, and basically he'd nothing else left to live for. Didn't want to keep the illusion of what was going on in Innsmouth, so basically told you all about the deep ones and the trade that was done by old Obed Marsh, who came back and made the town wealthy, but at a price where the deep ones couldn't be trusted to breed because they eat their own young, so they were taking these humans as mates, and they would breed with them and have a hybrid deep one who would initially look human, grow to maybe their 40s or 50s and start morphing into a deep one, and then eventually would fully morph and live out at the Devil's Reef where there is a deep one colony. So basically that's what he told you. And you also during your expedition discovered that Ruth Bellingham, daughter of the shipping magnate Mr. Bellingham, who was organising boats for the mafia or the mob to take gold, bring gold to Salem. They were retrieving organs or pituitary glands from kids, and they were sending the glands off the Dr. J vans off up to Arkham, and they were getting money. They were sending off money as well, and that money was going to Salem, and it was being shipped onward. And you saw a copy, and you should have access to the ledger. There's a shipment due, I think, in September or October to Passage West. So that's what you'd sort of discovered with that. So where you are now is, or you tell me where you are now, Archibald is bleeding out. Oh yeah, and the one other eventful thing that happened was that the other powerful family in the town, the Quinton Averill, the Averils, who were diametrically opposed to the Marshes, who didn't go down the road of mating with deep ones. They're living somewhere. We have their address, and Quinton Averill wanted to see you. He invited you over to lunch. So you have an outstanding invitation to him. You have with you as well in the police station young Brian Burnham. Brian thought his friend had been released. Waite told you that the friend is probably going to be sacrificed by the order of the Dogon later that evening. So that's the situation. So you have the pig, the rescued kids, and Brian Burnham in the back of the van. You have Archibald bleeding out. You have an invitation to visit Quinton Averill, and the cat's out of the bag. Wyatt's told you about the order and that. So,
and Phil,
yeah.
I'm not sure the implications, and I think because we couldn't reset it, did we land? Did Owen go temporarily insane from seeing the deep one? Is there any immediate mechanical?
No, at the moment you're okay. You have your. I
got a Yeah,
You-
that was changed.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, you changed the backstory.
I changed your backstory a bit, which was done.
So he's.
Yeah.
But just there's no just penalties or anything that I need to.
In combat,
worrying
there
about.
is no penalties when you're insane, but the only other thing is that you now have a mania that you have to recite the name of fish in Latin. And until you do that, you get that out of your system, you actually would work at disadvantage, yeah. But not for combat, but for other checks and stuff, yeah, because you're a little bit mad. But that will only happen when you're triggered with another bout of insanity, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's I think what happened 4 weeks ago or whatever it was.
Yeah. So, we're yeah. So Owen, yeah, because Owen had patched up. Well, not Andy.
Archibald.
Archibald. But so yeah. So are we all together now, or are me and Robert here with the deep one?
Okay, so what we'll do is just for moving the story along. There were some of us were in the police station, some of us weren't in the police station. What we'll say happened is that after this firefight happened, Derek bundled the remaining Saint Jane, Brian, and Archibald into the back of his van. He drove over because he knew where you guys were at Waite's. He pulled up at Waite's. He said he didn't think Archibald would last long enough for him to drive all the way up to Ipswich or to Arkham, because it's a good hour's drive on a bad road. So he said he was going to tear off and try and get reinforcements. But in the meantime, he left Archibald with you guys. So you're all outside Wyatt's now. You might be on the map there. I assume if you're going to move, if you're going to stay there, I'll put you on the map. But otherwise,
yeah, is the deep one still there? Are we in danger? Or
no, the deep once the deep
emaciated now. It did what it.
Yeah, it wanted to eat its daughter, and it did that. And now it's standing adoringly beside Wyatt's side.
Mm-hmm.
And Wyatt has gone sort of a bit catatonic.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
yeah.
Just yeah. Robert, what are we? Sort of like fingering the shotgun, you know, like.
I'm not sure what we should do. Should we like just fire at will at the deep one, or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to let it go. Yeah.
Yeah, Robert's just going to start firing his gun at the deep one.
Okay, well, you can do your usual roll. So the deep one is in normal range, so you don't have to do it unhindered.
Okay, sorry, I'm using the trackpad instead of a normal mouse, so I'm just trying to get the hang of it again. Where is my? Oh, combat. There we go. And then. Oh yeah, sorry, just hit the target.
Yeah.
And there.
So, if you walk up to it and use point blank range, you can, yeah. Which actually, you are in point blank range, yeah. So.
Oh, okay. So I'll just 1 second. I'll just this trackpad. Alright. So then.
Why is it doing that?
Roll.
Yeah. You rolled twice.
Oh,
Oh no! You rolled. Did you go roll handgun?
Oh, I just rolled.
Yeah.
Like automatic.
So roll a handgun. The button there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. I get it now. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, that was a success. So now you can
Now roll damage.
now
So
roll
it's
the damage. Yeah.
The 1d10.
Yeah.
So, roll damage. Alright, there we go.
Okay, so yeah, you bang bang shock or bang shot goes off, and it takes a slug to the head. It's still okay because it has a bit of armor, but it's still fine. I don't know if you want to shoot at it again. Wyatt seems to not really care. He's just standing there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fire a second shot at it, so because that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a second shot. So.
Okay. Sure does, Andy. Sorry, Andy. No, we're not hearing you at all. If you're talking.
No, you're gone on the sound.
Sorry, what's after happening there?
Yeah, I rolled, I hit, and then it's 3 millimeters damage or 3 damage.
And then I afflict pain. It's actually got a bit of armor, so that's it. So that one is actually enough to kill it.
Oh, nice.
So with that shot, yeah, you kill it, and it just falls down dead. Andy, go on, try and talk to us there. No, we could before that. We could hear you before you went to sensitivity. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
He can hear me, but everyone else is a bit quiet. You can type in the chat box.
Wonder is it worth restart?
Is that chat box the thing down in the bottom right hand corner?
Yeah, just where all the dice are.
Yeah.
And you can go /W, sort of Ray, just you. And I can whisper. No, that didn't work. Was it? Oh yeah. Can't remember how to do whisper. Oh yeah, because Ray doesn't exist. You're down as B and O. It doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, you can type if you want to. Oh yeah, let's check. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you have killed the deep one.
Sweet. It's like, no, I'm just trying to start on mouse with this altogether. Perfect. Way over.
So nothing much has changed. Andy's still, Archibald is losing more blood, and yeah, you've just killed the deep one.
Okay.
We've got to get Archie. We got to get Archie to a hospital or a doctor, or you know.
So whereabouts is the Archibald on the map?
Sorry?
Is the Archibald on the map?
Can you not see him?
I can't see him. Yeah.
No, I can.
Luciano's
There we go.
just done this Albuquerque
Actually-
for us one time. I'm on Asterias for me. And me just been while you were killing a deep one, I was looking at fish's Latin names on Wikipedia.
Can you see beside Wyatt? Can you see Andy, or Archibald?
Let me see.
Yeah, I can see him now.
Can you actually?
I can see.
Can you see if you can move him, Andy, please?
Yeah, by the way,
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now.
Get back.
Oh,
okay, great.
yeah, I can hear you.
Great.
Is that
Actually, there's something.
square token? Is that Brian Burnham?
That's Brian Burnham, yeah. I'll just move Brian Burnham out of the way. Archibald,
Um,
see, there's something is a bit.
I see Ray. I think that's Ray's token, is it, or is it Archibald?
No, I can't see half of what you're saying either. I can see Edmund, Saint Jane, and
Oh, do you know
I
what
can
it is?
see-
Bruno? Is your character can only see.
Oh fuck it! Hang on a second. Do you know right, because there's the characters are on the map in 2 places is the problem, for some reason or other. So yours are all upstairs in the house. So that's the issue.
Yeah, I'm only seeing like
Yeah, it's okay.
as well.
Right. The problem is you're in 2 locations on the map. So look, just forget about the map. Let's just forget about that map for the moment because you're not going to be staying there, I take it. And you're in actually the 2 corners of the map is the problem with that. Okay. So don't worry about the map. So yeah, worry about your friend bleeding out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we should go grab Archibald, try and stem the bleeding.
Yeah. Now we need.
Is there a hospital in this town?
No. The only person who was acting was Marsh, Dr. Marsh, who you locked in the cell that time. Ralph's brother. He was the doctor that looked after the locals. Now, bear in mind that not necessarily all the locals would have gone to him. You can do in Cthulhu, you can do what's called an ideas roll, and someone can decide to do it, and it might give you a clue if you do well on it.
Is it good to have a particular skill for an idea?
It's intelligence generally.
Okay, so let's have a look.
I'll have a 90 intelligence.
90 is probably the highest character intelligence there that you have.
Yeah.
It's just an intelligence
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
It's not attached to a skill. Okay.
What? Where do I can't see I have any intelligence. None. That can't be right.
So, no comment on that. So yeah, okay. So you got 19 on it, so that's well done on it. So I'm going to try and I'll whisper this to you. So
if that failed, my next question was going to be: is there a vet in town?
yeah.
You know, yeah, the classic mob move. You know. Next best thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Owen is good at dissecting animals. I don't really think he could. You know, he can do an autopsy. Maybe try an autopsy on you. You know, when you're dead.
Hopefully that makes sense to you, Ben. It's a bit of shorthand. So yeah, Ray, just on your one there about your characters there.
Yeah. Just
What is your intelligence? It's up the top. It's up the top. You're 55.
Yeah,
You're 55.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
So he's like, we're supposed to go see Avril, for lunch. So they say him and the Marshes, they don't like each other. So yeah, he ain't going to Marsh if he needs to be patched up, right? You know, he's not going to trust. You know, if he's sick, he's not going to go to the guy whose families are trying to, at each other's throats. So he must know somebody who could stitch up a wound or save somebody, right? Yeah. So we go see Avril.
That's the best idea we got right now.
Yep.
Let's do that.
Okay, come on, Archie, come on. You stay in, hang in there, buddy. Yeah.
Okay. So.
Come on, kid.
Yeah. Right. I'll just relocate you. And. I've just really fucking realized something. So, you can guess what I've just realized.
I'm thinking there's no map for Avril's place.
you would be right with that one.
The joys of running a game. I know the pain. Yeah.
So, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna reuse someone's house for the purposes of Avril's. So
him and Marsh maybe had the same architect.
Yeah, I think they may have, except they might have had the operating theatre down in the basement for kids.
Well, it's Innsmouth. I assume everybody has one. It's like, you know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, you know, people have you know, everywhere in you know, New Orleans is up on stilts or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
You don't get that in California, you know.
So I'm just going to, who's not on the map? So you come into the front, or so you actually go stand outside the door. You're not going to be going into the front door. So actually, I think most of you are actually on this map anyway, which is good. And I'm actually running this from a server, a different server that has meant to have a better connection. So hopefully it's a bit more fluid for you guys than it was. Right, and I just need to remove. Would you fucking get outside the house, Robert?
No.
And bang. Okay, so you arrive at the door of the address that was given to you, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Burnham stays in the car. You can see through windows there and that into the house. And yeah, it looks very much the same architecture as the Marsh's house, which is odd, but there you go.
No, of course it is.
They got like the bungalow.
Yeah, the 1970s standard Irish bungalow.
Yeah. Everyone
Yeah,
built from the
in the
same.
basement here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody.
It's got the dashed walls on the outside. And...
Yeah. I you know, I'm not very strong, so you know, Robert and Edmund, you should probably help Archie in.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. I'm a fat old man.
So as you arrive at the door, Quentin Averill arrives at the door, and I don't know if Archibald is in the back of the van or where he is, or whether you're just carrying him or not. So what are you doing with him?
I'd say we probably have some. Like, we're gonna have him held between the two of us, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Carry him.
Like, it's quite urgent. We wouldn't really be, like, leaving him there to kind of, what's the word? Convince him that he needs help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So Averill's, he says,
lunch.
oh my word, what's after happening? Come in.
It's a long story.
Come in, bring him in. Come in.
Just gotta get through the.
Okay. We'll leave Saint Jane outside. She's keeping an eye out. Well, she can come in if she wants to. So he goes,
I'll bring her in.
oh my word, it's quite a serious injury there, it looks like.
Yeah. I is there another doctor in town? Well, let's just say we can't go to Marsh.
Well, he says, yes, no, and rightly so. I wouldn't. There isn't another doctor in town, he says, but I tend to, you know, small sort of things and patches up, and I've learned a couple of things over the years from my, you know, I was a mariner, and I've had to, you know, patch up people, my crew and stuff, but you know, I'd normally say, you know, you're better off going up to Arkham, but I don't think there's much chance. I could try and perform something on him. I could try and close up the wound because he's losing a lot of blood.
But it is only a small wound. They're good at small things. Give it a try.
Okay, well,
It's their best shot.
If it keeps him alive long enough to get into a hospital, then.
Okay, he says, well, I have to fire him, so he runs off into the room, and he says, follow me into the into the study, and I shall try and endeavour to throw him up down the table, put him up on the table there, and as he's doing this, he gets a poker. And he's putting it into the fire, which is blazing. It's quite warm, and you do notice, unlike the other houses, it's sort of quite nice. So so he goes, yes. I'll just oh, sorry, the door's closed. Come in. He says, I thought you'd know how to open doors by now. Yes, just throw open the table there, and up you go. Yeah, up you go. Oh, that's through the wall. I think there were too many of us trying to move you at one time. There you go. And
Just turn against the wall.
yes, work him up there. So get him on the table. So he's getting the poker ready. So Quentin Averill has a medicine ability of 45. So I'll do a roll. Actually, do you know what, Andy? I'll let you do it since it's you. You can do the roll. So roll a D100 down the bottom. And you're looking for 45 or better.
Oh, yeah.
Or 45 or better, Raymond.
Oh, which is lower.
yeah. So, yeah, you have to,
Sorry, I
it's
got a
a-
bit excited there.
yeah. Okay, so he touches the poker off your body, and but just as he was doing it, you jumped. Robert bashed your arm, and he misses completely. And you let out a yelp. So you have two choices. You could either add luck points to that, which Quentin has no luck points, so he can't. So the only other thing you can do is you can push the roll, which basically means you re-roll again. You get one more chance.
But there's a bit of jeopardy in that, isn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, realistic. Yeah, I think if you push it, even if you succeed, it's
No.
something.
If you succeed, it's all okay. If you push a roll and you succeed, everything's fine. But if you push a roll, you can't do the roll again anyway. And not only that, but something else bad will happen to the person.
Okay, only on a.
So the fact that he's about to die anyway.
Yeah, well, I
I
mean,
was gonna. Realistically, we're not. He's dying before we get him back to Ipswich.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Hour
you
drive.
have to
So
push it.
by 45 or better, I mean you need to score 45 or lower.
We've got
okay.
a little less than
Less than 40.
50% chance.
Yeah.
What are
A
the
little less than
what are the
50.
concrete consequences of me pushing this roll? I mean, something bad's going to happen anyway because it's Cthulhu.
Yeah.
But do I how many luck points am I down for that?
You won't be down any because the person who actually is making the roll isn't you. The person who's making the roll is Quentin Averill.
Oh, then, yeah.
So
Although we
the
do.
bad effect will actually technically happen to Averill, not you.
Look, we have to push the roll.
I'm just getting you to roll it, Andy, because it affects you. Or you should actually be rolling this for Averill. But, given that it's you, I'm giving you the honours of rolling.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to reroll.
Oh, yeah!
So
Yes.
this time Averill goes, stand back, give me room. And he cauterizes the wound. This time it goes straight in. Now it's an excruciating pain. But you do, and as he's doing it, because you've actually got a 12, he manages to flick in. He has a little tweezer that he brought and he flicks it in and he takes out a bit of the lead shot and he holds it up and he goes, see, he says, there was some of the jacket. Yo, there's some of the jacket there, and that would have caused complications if I hadn't gotten that out. So with that, you now get. I'm gonna do this again. Okay, you get 4 HP back, Andy. You get 4 HP. You're not. We've lost your audio. Remember, if you click and bring up the little medical box and type +4, will increase your health again. Yep, you have it there now. Spot on. Your audio is gone though. Well, you shouted in your pain so much that you lost your audio. Yeah.
He passed out from the pain.
Yeah.
No.
So,
You guys are hearing this, right?
yeah, you know, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a stupid setting in Discord for automatic sensitivity, and it's shite. You're better off switching it off if you can and bringing your slider down. It's in the settings somewhere. It's awful. It's useless.
Could
like
also be the
voice
echo
setting?
cancellation. Remember you had that issue.
Oh yeah, and also get rid of that voice cancellation. So in the cog settings, voice and video, there is automatically determine input sensitivity. Make sure that's switched off. And there's one down lower than that, which is noise suppression. Switch that off. Switch off the video codec. Switch everything off. Echo cancellation, noise reduction. And
You might need to go to the slider then for
yeah,
sensitivity and adjust it accordingly.
yeah. If you do switch off the as Mikey says, if you switch off that, you need to bring the slider down to the left. So it's the cog settings, voice video, and then it's in automatic determine input sensitivity. Make sure it's switched off and bring the slider to the left. Okay, we're hearing white noise there. No, we're just getting white noise.
All the way to the left.
Whoa!
Yeah.
We don't have to bring it all the way to the left, but near to the left.
Of this.
You.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
you there.
we heard a bit of you there, yeah. No, we're not getting you. So, on the line where it says automatic determine input sensitivity, there's a checkbox to the right of that. Make sure that's over. If that's green, it shouldn't be. It should be. It'll say tick. It'll have a tick if it's switched on. So you want to drag that little box to the left, and it goes white to an X. And then underneath it, you'll see a bar that's moving up and down with a slider saying this is the sensitivity level.
There's
Yeah.
no tick box.
Sounds good.
That's
Donald.
it. Yeah, that's it. I think you have it now.
Sounds good though.
Okay, great.
Okay, I think we have you. Maybe.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hearing you.
like this.
Yeah, we're hearing
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Picking up a bit of white noise, but that's okay. We'll live with it. Okay, so Archibald has been stabilized. Quentin is standing there, and he's looking. He's like, you know, I can see beads of sweat on his forehead, and he's sort of taking a moment for himself.
Well done, Quentin. Good job. I think you saved his
Thank you,
life.
Mr. Rockwell.
Yeah. Do you mind asking, how did he get shot?
Go on.
How did
You're
you get
not
shot
asking
at? Gee. You know, I didn't stop to ask
It's
that.
fine as far as I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, well, I take it you have you run foul of the of the marshes, so I take it, have you?
Yeah. And their
Let's
fishy
just say
friends.
they won't be inviting us for dinner anytime soon.
So I mean, I wasn't wanting to pry, but you know, this place is crazy at the best of times. You know, marshes have their own little private police force, and you know, if they get wind of if you've been shooting up people, it could go quite badly for you people.
Uh-huh. Well, maybe we should discuss what we came here to discuss, and maybe we be on our way before sundown. For now.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, did you just get shot, or did you do some shooting back?
We were. No, I shot. We've been shooting all over the place. Haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a full-on firefight.
You might remember that it was you. Saint Jane blew the brains of one of the local policemen all over the wall of the police, the little police station they have. So there might be something worth taking on board. What you did.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he always said. So I was saying, you know, Constable Rhodes and that, he can get a bit uppity if strangers have been up to no good in his town, and if you've been causing a bit of trouble, like knocking over bins and stuff, he won't be too happy. He's hung people for less.
Yeah, I don't think Constable Rhodes is gonna be happy or unhappy about much of anything anymore.
Yeah, right. Why is that?
And, oh well,
This is no laughing matter.
no, it's not. Mr. Avril, looking at because do you think that Electrophorus fault yeah, we had some things to discuss here about mobula electricus volta. Robert, you
So he looks over at there we go. Is he okay? He seems to be naming off some fish I know from my nautical days.
He's just been under a lot of stress lately. He's fine. He's fine.
I got a big paper due. Essays to grade.
Yeah.
Midterms.
Yes, it is April after all. Easter is around the corner.
Yeah, forgive me. It's been a rough morning.
Yeah. Yes. Well. Not. Now I know I had asked you over for lunch, but I must say I wasn't expecting you to bring over one of your colleagues with a hole through him after you getting up to no good in the town. So for your own safety, I would suggest that perhaps you should complete whatever business you have in town and move on.
What happened to the kid?
You're asking me?
No, guys. What happened to, what was his name? Brian?
Brian, everyone knows his name. Brian Burnham, yes. He was the chap staying in the I presume he was taken to the jail. Why do you people know something different? What happened to him?
Whoa.
Aside from that, you took him out of the prison. He's in the back of the van with the pig and the other kids you rescued.
Look, we were in some impossible situations. We did some things that, in the cold light of day might seem extreme, and we don't mean to bring this trouble to your door, but we have some business to take care of.
I from what I understand, Mr. Avril, I don't think either of us are fond of the marshes or in their good books. I think we might have some enemy of my enemy sort of situation going on here.
If not fond of the marshes, by that you mean I want to see them all dead, then yes, I would.
We might have a lot more in common than.
Yes.
Speaking frankly, we ran afoul of them, no fault of our own. They and their agents have been after us, and we're trying to just stay ahead of the game here.
Okay. Well, I think they have one of their rituals planned from later. I've seen a lot of activity down at the out at Devil's Reef. So I think they must be planning something. That's usually those of us who are not in league with them tend to lock our doors and bar them up on the nights that there's activity out on the reef, and there has been something brewing. They do have a temple called the Esoteric Order of the Dogon in the town, which is where they hold their rituals at night time.
Mr. Avril, does this ritual have anything to do with a certain book that Mr. Waite with the the other grocery store.
Yeah.
The guy who
Yeah.
it was Waite, wasn't it? Within his safe.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just to put that in context, in case we've forgotten in the 4 weeks, what you discovered there from Tom Waits, was that his brother, his elder brother, was a wizard and had access to a book which he wanted, which he could rob the souls, swap bodies with other people. He had actually, his daughter, he'd already swapped bodies, had stolen the body of his daughter, who's married to a poet up in Arkham University. He's planning on transferring his soul into her husband, Darby, I think was his name, his body. But to complete the ritual, he needs this book, this tome. Waite's got rid of the book from him and hid it and locked it in the safe and won't give it back to him, so he can't complete the ritual. So that's the book you're talking about. So that's what the book was.
I think I'm in light of that, actually, Owen probably wouldn't. Realistically, probably wouldn't have.
And just as a refresh, this problems all kicked off. Rhodes had been approached. Dr. Rhodes up in Arkham University, professor of occult, was approached by the daughter, who is actually Wyatt, who taken the body, to buy the book from Wyatt in Innsmouth.
Oh, that's how
he came down, and that's how he knew about the book. He came down. He spoke to Ruth Billingham. Ruth Billingham has been trying to get out of town for the last couple of years. She saw this as a get-rich scheme, so she convinced Burnham to try and break into Waite's safe, and rob the book. In doing that, they got caught and got locked up. So that's the book they're talking about. So if you want to ask Avril about it, fine. Do.
You might ask him how.
He's intrigued. He's intrigued.
How would one?
Okay, go on.
Disrupt such a ritual.
Well, to be honest, you have to understand. Whilst I don't know exactly what they do with this ritual, I do believe they offer blood sacrifices to their god. So I suppose the easiest way to disrupt their ritual is probably to get their sacrifice, whoever they're planning on sacrificing.
And when they're having these rituals, the rest of the townspeople lock themselves in. What are they afraid of?
Well,
what happens?
I mean, as you probably know, some of the towns, majority of the townsfolk are in league with the marshes, so they take part of it. But there are a few of us who don't, and usually we're able to repel them. But on nights every 3 months, when they have one of these rituals, they get their gander up, and they're much more formidable. And anybody found out in the streets, and even sometimes their own people, are brutalized. So we tend to lock ourselves down in our basements, those of us who are of pure human stock.
And did you say that it looks like they're gearing up for a ritual? Did you say tonight or tomorrow?
No, tonight, which is a bit strange. They're not true one, but tonight is a full moon. And there has been activity out on Devil's Reef. Those of us who know the signs to watch for when they're having their rituals know that if there's activity, the creatures that live out on the reef take part in it, and they seem to be about to come amongst us. So yes, it does seem a bit unusual. I don't know. I don't know where they normally get their sacrifices from or that, but yes, it seems that they're in a bit of an excitement, but we're not sure why. It is out of, it isn't a normal time.
Mr. Avril, speaking of things not of pure human stock and creatures, how much do you know about these fish men?
I think I know everything there is, my boy, to know about them.
Really?
They have been a blight. You seem to know more than the average out-of-towner does, I must admit. Normally, I would just, when I see out-of-towners coming into town, I would dissuade them and tell them, try and get them to leave, because if I told them the truth, they wouldn't believe me.
Well, I believe what my eyes and my ears and my senses tell me, Mr. Averill, as well as what my studies can confirm. And he pulls out his dissection kit, the samples he's taken, the deep ones, the quill,
Okay.
and some of the things.
He goes, oh, I do see that you are familiar with these beasts that live out in the reef.
I would like to get more familiar with them, especially if they're going to be hunting us.
Well, I don't know much what I can tell you apart from that they're dangerous and vicious, and they are the devil, and this town has fallen in league with them for some time, and hence why the town was profitable. But their demands on this town have become so much that this town is now a mere shadow of its former self and its glory. I only stay on here to spit in the eye of marshes and try and disrupt them when I can.
And how is it that you're able to withstand such a powerful foe?
Well, he says, and he goes over to the cupboard down in the corner, and he takes out a keychain, and he says, are you sure you want to know the answer to that question?
Look around at everyone else.
We're all nodding.
Okay, so he opens the coin out, and he takes out a something covered in a cloth, and he brings it over to you, Robert, or not Robert, to Owen, because you were the one doing the talking, and he uncovers and he thrusts it into your hand, and it is it's a book, a tome, and as you take it in your hand, all of you in the vicinity need to make a sanity check, please.
Sanity. Is Edmund close enough to have to...
Oh, you're all huddled around.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've already... Did I...
Is St. Jane still outside, is she? Was she? Because we... No, she's in. She came in.
Yeah.
So...
Robert rolled an 8.
Oh, so you've passed.
Okay, this is Edmund. 34. Jane.
Oh, it didn't roll. Sorry. I think I've already exceeded my...
Yeah.
And I'd already exceeded my daily limit, I think.
You had. So...
If I hadn't, I have now.
So you go into a spout of madness again for a further... I'll just roll there. So for a... What's that? Two more hours. You're a bit more. You've gone a little bit insane. So you're going to be. And I'll check your character sheet. So
have I lost sanity points now, or has my threshold or anything gone?
We haven't rolled because as soon as you take one. So okay. So the only person who failed the sanity check is you, Owen. So roll as a D3, please, or D4. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
But irrespective of this, you've gone a bit temporarily insane. So as you so that's 3 more sanity points you lose. So as you take the book out of your hand, you hands it to her, you just looked at it, you screeched, high-pitched screech, and you threw the book onto the floor, and you ran and hid under the table. So you're now under the table. So Avril is looking at you, and he's going, he seems to be a bit of a delicate character, is he?
It's been a tough few days. So
Yeah.
he'll be fine. Come out from under there.
So Avril picks up the book and he goes, your friend under the table there. Yes. Well, you can. I don't know. You can tell him yourselves later. But yes, the situation is. This is. Sorry. And Owen or Ben, your mythos rating goes up by 3. So. He goes, this is a book that has been handed down in my family from my grandfather, who opposed Marsh first. And this is a book by which we're able to bind servitors to our wills, to call a servitor and bind them to our will. And nothing can stand in the way of a servitor. So, for example, this was the book I was planning on killing Ralston Marsh. I was going to summon a servitor, and I will be summoning the servitor later, if you want to help me in that. And I will bind it to do my will of killing the Marsh family. And the Marshes have long known and my family possesses this power, and it has kept us insulated from them.
When are you planning to carry out this final solution on the Marshes?
Well, I was originally planning on doing it this evening, but I'm not so sure.
Yes. It'll be a big night in this town.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Well, I'm not so sure if you've got them rattled as well, it might be a good time, but I don't know.
Okay, so
I've never performed the ritual. I must say, my father has. But he assured me it was quite straightforward.
What does it require?
It requires my magic flute. So he goes over to the cupboard and he pulls out a tin whistle. And I must play this and while the enchantment takes place. And my son was going to assist me. He's meant to be arriving back later, and he was going to assist me, but we could probably do with some more people to assist.
okay.
What do you think? Do we help?
But go on, yeah.
You talk about it might be an idea to disrupt the ritual tonight.
Yes.
And to maybe remove their blood sacrifice. Do we know who the blood sacrifice is?
That's a good question.
Could it be Brian?
Pig.
Could we already have their sacrifice? And that's why he was being held in the jail, even though it was reported he was released.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, it does make sense, but I would have, from what I would have known, their sacrifice has to go through a ritual preparation that takes some time. So I would imagine that they would have been preparing their sacrifice since the moonrise last night. I think, from what I see. So yes, I think he would not have been still in the jail if that was the case. Actually, that puts me into
Hamilton.
a good idea. Sorry, yes.
Hamilton.
Hamilton. What does he mean, Hamilton? Yes, one of the founding fathers of this great nation. He does seem a bit.
Yeah, boy. The mayor, Nathaniel Hamilton, the mayor's kid, took him. Thought he was there. Took him. They took him. Took him. The mayor's kid.
The mayor's kid.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So, and Avril turns around to saying, Jane, I said, this conversation is like pulling teeth for some people, I'd say. What's he going on about? The mayor's kid? Who's the mayor? We don't have a mayor in this town.
Oh, what the fuck is his name?
Which,
Nathaniel. Hamilton's his name.
yeah, Nathaniel Hamilton.
So you get a bit of clarity there, Owen. You get a bit of clarity.
Hmm. The mayor's.
Not the mayor, not the mayor in this town. The mayor in Ipswich.
Yeah, they took the there was the girl and Burnham and the mayor's kid, and Burnham thought he was going to be fine because he was with the mayor's kid, and the mayor's kid, but they taken him. His father would get him out, but the kid wasn't there. But his car was still there, so we think they took the mayor's kid. So they're gonna cut him off, or burn him, or they'll drown him with the. Maybe they'll drown him with all of the Electricus Copernicus and he's there, and we gotta go get the kid, or maybe it's one of the pigs. Maybe the pigs.
So,
Talking pig.
Quinn's going. Okay, yes, he seems to be going off. Your friend, I don't know what he's going on about, but you were saying about it could be a good distraction if you if while I perform my ritual, you distract them by upsetting their sacrifice, but but I warn you. You will need to do it well before their sacrifice starts. It's they once they get there in numbers, there's nothing will be able to save you. I wouldn't be leaving it till the last minute to break him out.
Well, whatever we have going on, the Marsh Brothers there, we need to stop them.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
With that, your doctor friend Ratigan ran out the door. So he's gone out the door, and he was grabbing at butterflies or something. So he's gone out of the room. So he's run away.
So where is their temple? Where's the temple of the esoteric order?
So he says so he gives you directions to it. It's not far. It's not far. It is. There will be 2 seconds. It is. Yeah. So he gives you directions to it, if that's where you want to go.
Well, if we're going to disrupt their ritual, I assume that's where it at least starts.
Well, he goes, yes. He says, from what I know of their ritual, they're probably prepping their victim in it. There at the moment in the temple.
Okay, and it's only lunchtime. It's still early in the day now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in any case, we have good reason to believe that they might have a little hold-up since we barred one of them in his cellar.
Yeah.
So we've put a little in.
Remember that you are right with that, but you remember when you were leaving Marsh's house, when you locked Ralph in the cellar, the Dr. Marsh, you saw him coming around the corner. Now, you did take the spare set of keys and you broke the key in the lock, so there will be, there's probably something going on when he tries to open the door. But do remember, you also blew one of the policeman's brains all over his cell. So if any of the other townsfolk go to the cell, if any of the Marshes go there, they're going to know that one of the cops somebody's blown one of the cops' brains. Plus, there was a bit of commotion down in Billingham's office. So even if he arrives back, you don't know where he is. I don't know if you stole the ledger or took the ledger, but certainly you let his crustaceans, carnivorous crustaceans, all run amok in the place, and you start shooting them up. So there's dead crustaceans all over his office. And of course, Wyatt. You killed Wyatt's Deep One wife, and so he's not in a good place either. So you don't know what he's going to do.
Oh yeah, and his kid was it.
And his kid was eaten, yeah.
Kid was it.
So, but apart from all that, he aren't having much of an impact on the town. He's going by fairly unnoticed.
Because I was gonna say,
What like a biker gang coming through this town?
yeah, there's two things I want from Wyatt. Is I want his wife's body, and I also want that book, also for academic reasons.
Well, the book is in the safe. You'll have the keys to the safe, remember?
Oh, we got the keys to the safe. Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay. Yeah. Oh, because I think yeah. That's right.
So you'll have the keys to the safe. I don't know. Did you put the body of Wyatt's wife in the van with the pig, with Burnham, with the other kids that have been rescued?
I don't think so.
I'd say not.
No.
Out of there, but he's hoping that he can recover it or another deep one before the night's
Back
done.
of that van's were really stinking.
Yeah.
Pig shit and rotten fish.
So, guys, what are you off to? Now that Owen has finished reciting his Latin verses, he's sort of calmed, but he's a bit. Any loss of sanity again will throw him off over the edge. But he is functional again now because it's a mania he has. So once he gets this out of his system and does his reciting, which takes him about 10 minutes to recite the Latin verse, he sort of calms down. Now, however, you, Owen, as you look into the room, you can see standing beside Archibald, you can see, standing beside Robert, standing beside Archibald, you can see a deep one.
Just
It's in the room, yeah.
We can't see it.
Well, you haven't noticed it, shall we say that?
Okay.
So yeah, there's a deep one there now.
yeah. Hang on, where's
Standing
that?
beside Archibald. Archibald's on the table. He's sitting up on the table.
Yeah. Ah!
So, no, you can do. So, okay, you can do at any stage. Your character can ask to do a sanity check, and that's basically to see if what you're seeing is reality or not. And how you do a sanity check is you say, I'm going to do a sanity check, and you do a sanity roll.
So that's obviously still. Is there a penalty or anything for being?
If you fail the sanity roll, then what happens is you are affirmed in your delusion. You lose another sanity point, and you believe 100% of what you're seeing.
Yeah. So I think actually the way because this is my fault. I remember actually because I was going back through the message you'd sent me. We couldn't change the daily. It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
I have gone
You've
over
gone
it.
well
We
over
couldn't
it.
change it. It should have been
Yeah.
10 out of 13.
Yeah.
But I took 3 just
You
there.
did, so you are gone over it now.
13 out of 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is. Sorry. So sanity check. Where's my sheet gone? Okay. This is straight, not a penalty.
No, there's no penalty. You're just doing it.
Mhm. Oh,
So
fuck.
you passed it. So you were taking up the shotgun to aim at this deep one, and just as you took it up, whatever happened, Robert said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And you suddenly you blinked, and you saw where the deep one was is actually Robert.
Get out of this fucking town.
Now, what would have happened is if you'd have failed that, you would have had to continue on as if you would have there was a deep one there, so you would have had to shoot him.
Would have been Danny DeVito. I started blasting.
Yeah.
Would have just.
So at any stage, when you're insane, if I tell any of you anything, you can request a sanity check.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you pass it, I am not allowed give you any more bullshit until you lose another sanity point. So yeah, so that's the way it works. So that's a sanity check. So yeah, you're a bit delicate at the moment, and colleagues are going to have to be careful of you around you because you're indefinitely insane now. That you could blow a hole in them at any stage. Okay, so Admiral's going, looking at this going, yes, I think I'll wait for my son to come back to assist me in this. So perhaps you should continue on about your own business, gentlemen. Thank you very much for visiting.
Okay.
Thanks for
Thank you,
patching me
Mr.
up.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, he's ushering you out the door. So where would you like to go to? So your options are, just to recap, you want the book, you want the body, and you want to disrupt the ceremony. Or you can decide to get the fuck out of town. They're essentially your options. Or you can just go on a rampage. I don't mind. Whatever you just want to do.
Well, in disrupting the ceremony, that's trying to rescue perhaps potentially the mayor's son, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we think he's the sacrifice.
You think, yeah. Robert had a bit of a...
And in any case, we have to disrupt the ceremony because what we're up to is clearly fucked. So we gotta.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to get them to get more powerful since they're
No.
already
No.
Yeah.
We're going in.
out for us.
So I think we're jumping in the van and heading to wherever the temple is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Owen is in favour of getting a shotgun and fishmongering these people.
Yeah. Okay, I just want
Somebody take our own weapons off for a little while.
Yeah, someone else take the shotgun. You'll do less damage at least with the pistol or the revolver or whatever.
Owen thinks the fucking shotgun's a broomstick or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll just get your characters onto this now. Obviously, I'll throw Derek down. If you want to, just from the point of... doors closed. I'll just close the doors there. Just from the point of view of maintenance of Ray having to drag around characters, I'm not going to bother throwing Janet on the map. If you suddenly need Janet, we'll assume she was tagging along with you, okay? Because otherwise it's just getting everybody's fucking cracking. So I have got 1, 2, 3. Who am I missing? Edmund. Yeah. Why is it saying that? Character. It's after. I don't know why it's done that. It hasn't given you any of your health. Or it's done something funny there.
I don't want to be a pain, but I've lost everything, Phil.
Yeah, I know. That's because your character won't come on the screen. Okay, what I'm actually going to do is I'm giving you Becky because your character has no HP attached to it. So, vice versa, we'll move you around and you can do your character roles, but just move Becky's character.
Roger that.
Oh, it's because Becky and Ray are just showing up as Janet. Yeah, you haven't. It's only been one assigned to you. Okay, so you're outside. So you're at this big. I'll actually show you what it looks like. It is. Order the Dogon. So this is what it looks like. How do I just get okay, so it's this once majestic looking. You do notice there is a Freemason symbol that has up the top over it, which has been sort of scratched out and painted over. That guy isn't standing there. So you're at the steps there in front of that door. And you can sort of hear noise, maybe something inside going on. But the door is closed. And that's what it looks like.
Like the image is showing, is it a particularly big building? Is there a back alley or side way we can have a scout around before we head in the front door?
You can go around. Yeah, it's a standalone building. Well, on one side, you can't as you're moving down there now. So yeah, you can see it. I think on the right side, the way that Andy is gone, or not Andy's gone, Mikey's gone. There is a wall that sort of divides it off, and Mikey's fallen off the universe. So yeah, there's something joining on the right hand side. But yeah, I think on your side, Ray, there is a passageway that goes down. that you
And
can
there's
see.
an entrance door
There
into,
is
a side entrance.
there is a side entrance there, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, if you click on the doors, if you hear ka-chunk chunk, they're locked. If they're unlocked, they will open. But obviously, if they open and there's something on the other side, it will also see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, Janet is just saying there's another door here in this alleyway. Can't see much through the windows, but if we don't want to go through the front door, perhaps we could try this.
Yeah.
Probably smart.
The windows all seem to have been obscured. They're sort of black paint on them for some reason or other. But yeah, you can't really see in them.
Can I try listening through the front door? I know my listen is quite.
Okay, well, give us a listen roll, so.
It is terrible. It's like 20.
Sorry, let's 2 seconds. Someone's calling me.
That's just a fish. Leave your glasses on.
Nemo.
Yeah. You can't hear anything. I don't know what. Yeah, you can push it if you want to try it again.
You're fine.
Yeah.
It's a nice teak door.
So Andy's, you've gone around the back of the building, and you can see that wall that was blocking Robert only seems to be like a lean-to going on to another building.
Edmund is just going to listen to the side door here as well.
Oh, okay, give me a listen roll, so please.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can hear possibly it sounds like singing, maybe.
Like church singing, or just somebody having a karaoke type.
Yeah, you can hear someone doing a duet of Elton John doing "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." No, it's more of a low rumbling, either church music, as you say, or that sort of a choral music. It's very faint. You can't make out the words, but definitely is something.
Well, I'm gonna tell the guys, look, somebody's definitely in there. I can hear them singing or chanting or whatever they're doing. And is it like a group? Do I have a sense of it?
It's more than one voice, correct? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what's the plan? What are we gonna do here, gents?
Do we go in guns blazing?
Should we try the side door? Like, we haven't seen if it's open or closed. They're definitely not directly behind the door. The sound is not coming from. So the whatever's behind this door might be clear and they're further in the building.
Yeah, if we stand either side of the door and open it.
Okay, so the mechanism on the map is either for opening or not testing doors. But if you want to, you can just check to see if the door is unlocked or not. Now, there is a slight chance, if you're gently turning the handle to see if it's locked or whatever, there is a chance that if there's somebody staring at the door on the other side, they might see that. But it's certainly safer than just trying to open the door. You can try that if you want. Just let me know, and I'll tell you if the door is locked or not.
Okay, well then we'll try that. So we're still standing in the alleyway, a bit shifty, as if we didn't touch it, but we've done that.
Ray, if you're the one, give me a stealth check, please.
Stealth for Edmund. Okay.
Yeah. Now, all that this will be is just if you fail the stealth, maybe if there's someone on the other side, they'll notice. So you fail the stealth. However, the door seems locked, but obviously it's impossible to know whether it was noticed or not. But you don't hear any interruption in the chanting. But the door is locked.
Okay. So we didn't disturb them if they were there. Okay.
You don't know, but it didn't suddenly stop. Go. Whoa.
Right. This is a dead end here, gents. The door's locked.
Remember the skill. I'm not telling you to do it, but if you wanted, the locksmith skill lets you pick locks in this system, and you can always bait the shite out of a door, or you can shoot the lock. And don't forget, anyone that has fired off weapons, now is a good time to reload your weapons.
Oh yes.
Remember on the character sheet, the gun and the combat, there's a little sign, the symbol of the revolver chamber. I'll just do Ben's. I'll just check his while he's on the phone, because he might start shooting you guys.
Does anyone have locksmith skills -1?
I think Janet does.
Oh, it's got one.
I think Janet's fairly.
Oh, she doesn't.
Locksmith.
Janet has.
Oh, she doesn't.
I thought one of yous did. Maybe it was Derek.
Yeah, I'll do a locksmith check.
Okay. Go for it, so. Okay, so you fumbled it. So that's what the 2 double skills are. So not only did it not go, but the door is locked. You broke the tool in it. You snapped it in it, which is what you did at the time you did try to open the locksmith. I think in the van as well. So you jammed it in it. You snapped in it, and there was quite a loud bang when you did it, like the snap, spring when you did it. So, and it was quite loud.
Okay. Front door, guys, shall we?
Yeah. So, and you, yeah. So you can hear. Andy, give me a listen check, please.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Forget it. So, okay. You fumbled that one as well. So you were listening to the door, and you've cut your ear off the broken lockpick that's sticking out. So you're now there's blood coming down the side of your face.
Worst locksmith ever.
I'm not doing that again.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you're running around to the front of the building, are you?
Yeah. We're
Sketch. So Ben, just to put you in the picture there, Ray decided to listen to the lock. He'll hear people chanting inside. Andy decided to try and pick the lock on the door. Ray decided to test if it was locked. He came to the conclusion it was locked, but he doesn't know if he was detected. Archibald decided to pick the lock. He failed his lockpick thing. He fumbled it. He broke the lockpick in the door, and it made a loud bang as it snapped. He then decided to. I asked him to do a listen check at the door, and he fumbled that. So he stuck one of the lockpicks into the side of his ear, and is now bleeding profusely from his left or right ear, whichever he used. And he's all decided after the commotion was made, the noise and the clattering and the yelp of pain, to run around the corner. So you're all running around towards the front door. It's basically what you said up to.
Sorry.
Can you take me to somebody who might patch my ear up?
Quentin.
Yeah, let me look. I'll just get the little the little light thing for your ear. It's the whole
No, I'm good.
Hold still.
Gotta turn it on.
Yeah.
No, I'm much better now. Thank you.
Wait, the stethoscope isn't loaded.
You got something sticking out of your ear.
Oh.
Okay, so are we going to try this front door? Are we going in fighting, or do we have a rules of any description, or is their name? They're all watching out at this stage, aren't they?
We shouldn't be going in all guns blazing, but we need to be prepared for like worst case scenario.
Yeah. But there's no point making up a story about wanting to join the order or something.
No, not that.
Yeah, I think we're well known at this stage.
Yeah. Don't start me off.
Okay, who's forced in? Who's going through that door?
The half-deaf guy.
What?
currently insane man with a shotgun. Might be
one of the two other guys.
It could be either a very good or a very bad idea. You know?
One's gonna win like crazy Rambo.
Yeah, they won't. It's the, yeah, that's the last thing they'll expect. Is a mad professor with a shotgun.
Phil, is there a way you can take, the way you take someone by surprise and point your weapon at them and say, don't move? Because we're here to, to rescue the kid if we want to disrupt the ritual.
Okay.
So, but can you surprise people so that they can't, grab their weapon?
You could. Okay, I suppose the best way we could do this is probably stealth. You could try and sneak in and catch them unawares.
No, but even I'm thinking, the same when you burst through the door, nobody move. That's the kind of thing I'm imagining. Is that possible?
Okay.
It's like something akin to like a the surprise round in D&D kind of thing, is it?
Okay. Think about this in reality. If you were to, to try and do that in the real world, you're going to jump through the door of a church and you're going to shout, "Nobody move," right? Is that going to stop anybody from moving?
How do you put it that way?
Yeah, I mean that's what you're essentially going to be doing. To have any chance of that, you'd want to go in with your weapon drawn, and bit fucking Quentin Tarantino type.
Yeah, what is it we get, Phil? Do you say is it like a +5 initiative? Is it
plus 50?
Or 50? Yeah.
So if you go in, once we do the dexterity rolls, if you tell me that all you're going to do this round is just going to stand there and shoot, you can get plus 50 to your dexterity. So in your order of sequence on the track, you'll probably jump higher than them. But you can't move.
Ready.
You're getting essentially getting ready, yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
But as you were saying, right, it'll depend. It'll depend on the people in the room. If they're just normal people and you come in wielding a gun saying "don't move," they'll do what normal people do, is they'll probably shit themselves. If they're crazed fucking cultists who are half human and you come in doing that, they'll probably just go apeshit like.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're probably willing to die.
Yeah.
For...
You won't know till you try it. Put it that way.
But we still get the jump on them with the plus 50 initiative, so we get
if
full
it goes
floor.
If it goes to combat, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd be inclined to do that. It's by your only,
Yeah.
Owen's vote is, fuck it, he's not really in his right mind right now, so just fucking blow them all away, Specimens. I need specimens.
Yeah, I mean, Archibald's pretty mad about everything that's been going on so far as well. So he wants to see some blood as well, I think.
Yeah, no, he's on this time.
Yeah.
Not just hear it,
Yeah. Okay, so up to you
Yeah, I
guys.
think that's the only thing open to us is to go in prepared for, combat as soon as we go through that door, because we're there to create a fuss. We're not avoiding it. It's going to happen eventually.
Do you want to put someone in the van? Seems I'm only saying this because Janet is so you're not having to operate someone, but you could have someone get in the van with the engine running.
Well, we'll assume then Janet is there ready for a quick getaway if we need.
Yeah.
I'll just see what Janet's.
No, we're trying to stop a cult here.
Okay. What's Janet's driving ability? I know Derek was the best driver. Janet's 20. I think you're all. I think you're all 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was that was particularly good.
Yeah, Derek was sort of, but he's not witches.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of just do or die, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so Janet's. Oh well, actually, we have to move Ray's character around as Janet, but actually, yeah. So look, move Janet's character, but Janet's character on the map is actually Ray.
Is Ray.
Yeah, and Janet herself is actually in the van, starting the engine up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, Archibald, are you going in first? Waving your badge in firing your gun?
I mean, I'm still not. To be honest, I'm still not feeling entirely.
Healthy.
I mean, I think I would feel better with like being a backup.
Owen will pull out his little flip notebook, his research journal. You know, his little notebook.
Yeah.
He'd probably say, "No, it's okay. I'll go in with my badge and my gun." Yeah.
So could any of you other gentlemen please escort Owen? Going first.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's I think it's Edmund trying this door.
Go for Edmund, so.
Right, I'm up. Oh, it opened.
Okay, so what you see is, as you open the door, there are two hybrid deep ones tearing across the room. They have reached the centre of the altar. They're going in this direction. So, as you're looking, they're running this way. How do I get to run? Sorry, how do I get into arrow? So they're running in this direction, the two of them.
Okay.
They probably heard all the commotion at the side door, and they're heading at the side door. So they're actually at that. So as you open the door, you see these two guys are heading in that direction.
Right.
Okay.
So they're moving like that, and you can hear they're sort of chanting as they're running.
Okay, so we're Edmund is stepping in the door.
Okay.
Rob's sitting in with him.
Are you saying anything? Are you giving a little speech that you wanted to give?
No, we don't have a speech.
Yeah.
We best have just open fire now while they're running that direction.
Yeah.
So,
So,
as you get to there, Mikey, and the guys hear all the Latin, they're looking over their shoulders and they're starting to stop. So that's where we are at the moment. So what we'll do is we will go into combat with them. So I'm just going to put you all on the combat tracker. Combat tracker. So remember, the combat tracker is the little fist on the right hand side. You can pop it out by right hand clicking it, and I'm just going to stop that cult music or the sound. That should have stopped there now. So they've stopped singing. So I'll roll for the NPCs. So they roll quite well. So if you want to roll your initiative, just click on the dice on your combat tracker. So Robert, you're up ahead of the guys anyway. You rolled 75. Silas and Icarus, the two deep ones, rolled 50. Archibald rolled 50. Owen rolled 15, and Janet's outside. So I'll leave her on the track just in case she comes on.
With the
Phil,
gun
where's
drawn, is
initiative
that
on this?
plus 50 or just 50?
2 seconds there. So do you see the dice beside Janet?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I sorry, I actually see that there's a little token. There's a little gun to click that says draw your gun,
Yes.
and it added the 50.
Yeah, very good. Yeah,
That's
it does.
good.
Yeah. So yeah, adds 50.
Sorry, no. Like,
So you brought you. So do you see Janet on the tracker, Ray? The combat tracker.
Oh, the tracker.
The one with the fist.
Yeah.
See, there's a dice.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Now, as if you want to, you fill it. You're actually going to be ahead of the two guys, Silas and Nicholas. Archibald, you're at the same initiative, but it's put you down the bottom. If you want to go ahead of them, you can click the little gun icon beside Archibald, and it will add 50 onto your initiative. Yep, there you go. So that's put them up the top. So yous have ready. Now it does mean that Robert, Archibald, and Owen, who've ready, you cannot move. You're just going to be able to shoot. That's all you can do.
Yep.
You won't be able to move after it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Robert, you're up first. So remember how to do this. Right. Select the target of the one you want to.
Yeah, 1 second now.
And it should give a little dot on him.
And then
And it hasn't come up as a target.
I have the orange arrows all around it.
All right, okay. It's because it didn't on my screen come up.
I'll undo it and do it again.
Now it's on it. Now it's on it. I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, that's no bother.
Well, yeah, now I can see the
yeah.
little dot, yeah.
So in combat, remember now. Okay, so you're at base range. You're not point blank. Before you shoot, well, you've already shot. Okay.
Well, have I?
Yeah. So
Did we do that?
did you shoot? Did you? No. What did you? You did it. You did it the way again. So you didn't actually hit the. That's. Yeah. So I'll just delete that.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I did the wrong way.
Select on the gun.
Just take a handgun into
E-
it. Fire with that.
Yeah. No, it was you just pressed the wrong button. Is all that happened.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, did like a skill check as
Yeah.
opposed to attack.
So on your sheet, in combat,
Yeah.
under down at the bottom, range skills, click on handgun.
Yeah. Now, there's no difficulty against that. It's just regular, yeah.
Yeah. However, you can fire them more than one shot if you want.
Oh, that one missed.
So you missed. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was your go. Actually, I have to begin combat. So Archibald, you're up next. So you can fire more than one shot if you want to, but you need to do a penalty dice if you want to do that. I'll bring that up for you if you can't, if it's not coming up. You actually haven't got him selected. There, you have him selected now, yeah. So now on your sheet, under combat, click on the gun.
I can't hear Andy. Oh, I can now.
We're losing you there, Andy.
Am I the only one not hearing Andy?
No, he's kind of coming down a bit.
No, you've unselected again. You had him selected. It's weird. Yeah. Sorry, click on revolver. Under range weapons, sorry, click on revolver. If you can hear me, Andy. Okay, I can do this manually, so if you can hear me, roll a D100. You're looking for 67. Below 67 or less. There you go. So, yeah, you have it there now. So roll handgun. Okay. No, yeah. So now go roll damage. Oh,
9.
okay.
Excellent.
So I'll do that on him. So dummy takes 9. Where's his dummy? So I'll do that. So he takes. Sorry, where's his HP? I'm just trying to find where its HP is. Okay, there it is. And you gave it 10. Oh, he did. So he has 9. 9 because he has an armor of 1. So the 10 translates to 9. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that was nicely done. And Janet, Archibald.
Yeah.
So remember.
So again, I'm going to target Icarus.
Yeah, and it should come up as a coloured dot on it.
I can see a coloured dot in it, yeah.
No, the green. No.
And then I select a gun, and then I go selected now. But yes, but now.
I'm gonna use I'm using Edmund's skills though, even though it's Janet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Now, if you want to roll more than one, okay, right. So wow, yeah. So that was 3. So that was 69. So you got an extreme success there.
Okay.
So give us your damage.
All right. The damage is. How do I roll the damage? Is it 1d10?
Yeah, if that's what the weapon is. Now you get bonus damage because you got an extreme success. So you will get 1d10. Go on anyway, roll the d10. Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. There you go. 1.
Well, no, you didn't, because you actually got because you got an extreme success. You get maximum damage, so you get 1d10 plus on your character sheet it will say where are you now? Where the fuck are you? You've gone off the character sheet.
I'm looking at it. So.
Yeah, you're using your. So it will also say on your one. It'll say your damage bonus is damage bonus. Oh, your damage bonus is 0. Okay, so you get the 1 for the shot, but you also get the maximum of the dice roll, which is 10. So you actually, because you had an extreme success, you actually did 11 damage. Yeah, because it was an extreme. So it loses 1 from its armor, and it does it. You do a 10 more damage, and that's enough. It had only after the other shot, so it now has 0. So you kill that one.
Great.
So that one is dead. So yeah. So now there's just the one at the top. Okay, Owen, it's up to you.
Just a quick question, Phil. So you know this thing in the middle, this kind of
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was wondering about
rippling
that.
light
so,
effect.
right.
Is that something that we can see?
Yeah.
Or...
So hanging down from the ceiling is a big sort of lantern. You know, one of these like they'd have in the Catholic Church that they swing up at fucking. So and it's just this flame is sort of coming out of it. So there's this weird. So it's above you, but it is not very natural looking. It's some weird sort of pulsating thing.
That's fine.
And can you hear all that chanting? Can you? You can hear that noise coming from it. That Lord of the Rings type of noise. Yeah. Okay, so that's emanating from that.
Okay. The question actually about the shotgun. I don't actually think I'm not 100% sure now. Obviously, it's double barrel shotgun.
Yeah.
Now
you don't have to fire both barrels.
Is that okay? That's what I was going to say. Is it a single shot? But 2 shells, you know.
Basically, so you.
Do I have 2 shots before a reload, or 1 shot?
Exactly. So unlike the revolver, where when you go bang 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 bang, you're snatching at it. So you actually have a penalty dice if you do more than 1 shot. With the double barrel shotgun, you can actually shoot both barrels. You don't take any penalty, but your both barrels are empty, and it's going to take you an action then to reload them.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay. I suppose. And is there a benefit to say just unloading both at once, or is it 2 separate rolls?
They're 2 separate rolls.
And it's a penalty, yeah.
Yeah. So there's no penalty, no.
Oh, no penalties. Yeah, I think he'll just do 2 separate rolls. He'll double.
Yeah.
He'll double tap. Yeah. Fire both barrels. Okay, so right click, Silas. Is that maybe?
Yeah, you're gone.
Right
Yeah.
He has his thing. Okay, and then I'm just clicking shotgun in the or the little dice next to it.
Yeah.
So is that roll or is that gonna roll for me?
Sometimes it comes up on my screen, and sometimes okay. So you're not long. You are 30 feet. So you are long range.
Yeah. Yeah, long range. Yeah.
So
am I doing single shot twice or do the multi shot?
No, it should be. So you do single shot twice.
Oh, I see shots.
Yeah.
So single shot. Yeah. Why is that not? I'm clicking single shot. I'm not getting a. Oh, I see. Yeah.
So roll rifle,
Sorry.
shotgun. We'll just do that twice, like.
Yeah.
Okay. So hard success. So you can go roll damage for that shot.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can go inflict pain. Okay. So he's down. So now you have another shot. So just go through that again.
He's down. Yeah.
Yeah, he's prone. But you fired 2 shots simultaneously, so he was standing for the 2 of them, like. So again, single shot.
Shot. Roll. I think that's a. No. Missed.
So missed. So now, you will be able to, on your next go, open the rifle. The cartridge will pop out. You'll be able to load 1 cartridge, close it, and shoot. But you will have a penalty. But you will have a penalty to that. Or you can take your whole next turn, properly reload it, and whatever you go.
And.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So.
Yep. It's me.
Silas is. That's Silas. So. Let me check his character sheet because I made this so long ago. So Silas has in his hand a ceremonial spear, which he decides he runs to here, and he's going to throw the spear at you, Owen, because you just shot him. So he's throwing the spear at you.
Yeah.
And he misses. It goes swinging over his arm. So actually, he couldn't. He stood up. He used half his action to stand up. Oh no, that's not that one. So he actually obviously had to stand up to do that. So he didn't have. So he's still prone. So this guy. Alright. So from the corner. When the shots were fired, you see another one of these comes running out, and let's just see what distance he has. He starts running at you over here. I'll come out of that now. Oh, fuck's sake! Sorry, it just won't move. I'm just getting a thing out. So you can see there's another one of these guys running at you. And next then up on the tracker is this guy who is dead. So he's gone off the tracker. Right, Robert, you still have your gun drawn, but so if you want to just stand and shoot, or if you're going to move, you will lose the 50 on the dexterity.
I'm still going to stand and shoot.
Now remember, you can do multi-shot though this time in front of. So you need to select a new target, which you've done.
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
Now you have, yeah.
Yeah. And
Click on the weapon, the revolver that you're shooting.
yeah.
Okay. Now if you want to do, now he's coming to point blank range, so you get a bonus dice. If you want to fire multi-shots, you'll take a penalty dice, so that will cancel out that. Yeah, multi-shot. And you can fire up to 3 shots.
Okay.
So, whether you fire now at this stage 2 or 3 shots, there's no extra penalties. So, you go shoot, yeah, 3 shots, yeah, you might as well. It just uses more ammunition. So now, you see it says shoot? So now hit shoot for the second and third shot. Oh shit, that was my fault. I told you to do that wrong. So the first one missed. So go back into it and do that again. It was my fault. It's the wrong button I told you to press. So go back onto the gun. Okay, so go multi-shots. And see, go shoot handgun.
Yeah.
And then press shoot handgun again, not shoot.
Oh, yeah.
And now press shoot, so that will fire the 2 of them. That's the way it does it.
Okay. I'm going to shoot 3, is that okay?
No, you're going to shoot 2. We've already shot 1 which missed. So this is the other 2.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've gone bang, 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 and all 3 failed. Okay, so that didn't go too well for you. So next up on the combat tracker is Archibald.
Kick ass.
Yeah, you haven't targeted. So again, no, you've untargeted him now. Don't click on yourself, just click on the baddie. Yeah, there you have it. So now on the character sheet, on the weapon you're firing, not on the... So under combat, under .32 revolver, click that.
What you doing, Sticky? What? What you doing?
Can't hear you, Andy.
Okay, can't hear you. I can bring it up for you. No. So you have .32 revolver there now, Archibald Walters. So if you want to shoot more than one shot, press multi-shot. We've no audio from you. Okay. Yeah, okay, good shot. So roll damage. And... oh, only takes 1. Okay. Takes a small bit of damage, but not a lot. Okay, Ray.
Okay. Silas.
Now remember... yeah, select him. Oh, you'll have to do it manually, yeah, because you've no character sheet.
Yeah, I can't get it.
So you're...
Yeah.
what the fuck's your character sheet? So you are 1d10.
Janet's character.
Yeah, but your character, your handgun ability is 69. Are you going to do more than one shot?
No. No.
Just okay. So roll a d100, and you're looking for 69 or less.
I can't click on the character. Where?
Is that delayed?
I can't.
I think it's a massive delay in the audio between
Yeah.
what Andy's saying and what we're hearing.
But I-
Yeah.
Oh, must be because something similar happened.
Myself.
Yeah. Look.
Well, I failed. I missed anyway.
Okay. Okay, so... right, next up is Owen, you're up.
So
All right.
Owen is actually gonna move, so I'll lose the 50, right?
Okay.
Now does that drop me?
Yeah, that will
Just for
drop
the
you right
next
down.
round?
No, for now.
Oh,
So you're
I mean,
deferred, like, to the bottom
do
of
I
the thing.
still? I don't get my turn.
You get your turn, but you'll get it in the natural progression. Like, you've gone to the bottom of the list, because your initiative was 15.
Yeah,
So you still
that's
get
what
your-
I mean. If I'm now that I still get to act this turn. When I say I'm moving this turn.
Yeah.
And doing what I'm doing.
So
then
just put your character back to where you were, and then
I just unclick the thing. Yeah, he's still targeting Silas, and he is just going to walk right up to him. And
Yeah, no,
point
but
blank range.
you've moved, so you don't get to, you lose your 50 bonus initiative, so you're dropping down to the end of the list.
Oh, okay. So once you move,
Yeah, no. Once you say I'm going to move, you lose that bonus on the initiative.
You have to
so
wait
am I
until-
able to move?
You won't be
now,
able to move
or-
now. You'll be able to move after Silas and Isaac.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
no, that's
that's
fine.
what you
Yeah,
do.
he'll do
So
that.
it's now.
I get you. That's my
Yeah,
confusion. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's. So I have to go back up to. So it's now Silas's go. So which one is Silas? So Silas,
He's the one.
who has no spear, and he's going to run to. You shot him, so he's actually going to run right up beside you, and he is going to attempt to hit you.
Yeah.
So, sorry. So he is. And he misses you. So he runs and swings at you and misses. The other one, who had run into the room, who still has his spear, runs and decides to try and stab his spear into Robert. So he has his spear and he is going to stabby stab. Oh, and it goes through a regular difficulty, so he is going to do 1d8 damage. Plus his damage of... so he does you 7 points of damage.
Fuck.
So you have actually taken a mortal wound and you're down with a spear sticking out of you. Okay, Owen?
Yeah, you got a crit. Owen, this guy Silas just right in front of him is just shooting at point blank range with the shotgun. He's just raising it up at eye level to this guy's face. And is that a bonus die for point blank?
It's a bonus die for point blank, but you have a penalty die for reloading the cartridge, so it's just regular, yeah.
Reloading, yeah. So, where's my... Yeah, the combat's in there, right, okay. So, let me just... reload one, sorry, and then... Sorry, I'm just doing it off
Yeah, you're fine, yeah.
minimize one. So, yeah, so it's just flat, so...
So yeah, roll rifle shotgun. Oh, you fumbled it.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I got 90 something.
Actually, so I have to check now, because there's a chance with a fumble on a weapon that if it's less than 100% reliable, it'll actually jam.
Yeah.
So let me just check. Shotgun.
Yeah,
100% reliability.
100.
Yeah, it's 100%. So it doesn't. It just it's a dud. But yeah, nothing bad happened to you. Okay, Robert, you are going to, I think, have to. You are. Let me just check you here. Yeah, you're at 0 hit points, so you're going to have to make a Constitution save.
Okay.
If you fail this, you're dead, complete straight out dead, because you've taken a mortal wound.
So I'm just hitting con.
You're just hitting con, yeah.
Skill thing. Yeah.
And you want 55 or better.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, so I told you we were going to have you dead before 10 o'clock, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, unfortunately, as you are looking, Robert just lets out a gargle and dies.
Dated it.
Yeah, he's
I thought you'd be crazy Owen first.
yeah,
The orangutan's going on a rampage now.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
okay, so who's still standing?
So yeah, poor Robert's dead.
Robert's dead.
Dead. Sorry, you were first to die. I wasn't surprised. You went in with the biggest amount of health. You're up, Archibald. You've just seen a comrade of yours just bleed out, got skewered with a spear. The
Cthulhu.
the
Crit.
hybrid creature is still sticking its spear into and rummaging it around your dead friend. And
Okay,
we
Archibald.
can't hear you.
I think there's a massive delay.
Hello!
Hello.
Yeah,
Are you hearing me?
We're hearing you now, yes.
now.
Yeah, now we're...
Okay. What I've been trying to say since my last turn is that I think
No, we lost you again. Type in the chat window.
Yeah, it's gone again. Oh.
What?
No.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
did it?
No.
I don't think so. Oh, he
no,
did. He
actually,
targeted me.
He did. He targeted the door. 0 mitigated.
I lost 1. Oh yeah, he was mitigated. I think it said. Yeah.
No, 0 mitigated. Oh, 0 was it?
Oh, I won't talk to damage, not Silas. So
Oh no, 0. Oh, 0 mitigated. Okay, hang on. I'll put my HP up.
This could be perfectly in character. He's a stick of bone.
Yeah.
How much would damage? So,
1.
and he has 1 armor. So
That's what it did to Owen.
yeah. So Owen did 1 armor. So, did that just happen now? Or was this
No, it was.
previously? Was it?
It was. No, it was just before Robert's con check.
Demise.
Okay. So
No, sorry. No, it wasn't. It was before Edmund's.
So it was the last round. So it's now Archibald's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you hearing me better now?
Yes.
Yep.
can hear you now, yeah.
Okay.
It's
great.
now your go again. So Andy.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. If you tell us who you want to shoot at, it might be the easiest. The guy in.
Gone again, Andy.
It's like a comedy sketch,
Well,
I think with the delay, it
Which-
could be a connection issue.
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
Who do you want to shoot?
Hello. Why is it coming up as Robert?
What's going on? Robert's dead. He's talking
It's
to
probably
me.
because I had your character sheet. Oh, here he goes. Yeah. Go.
whoever. Yeah. So
Fire.
when you clicked on.
I'll click on it for you. I'll roll. What the fuck happened there? Okay, yeah, that worked. Archibald Walters, 6. Yeah, you did it. It's okay.
6 points of damage.
Okay, so he's down.
Nice.
Okay, so you want to target the other guy. Okay, I will
I
transfer.
assume they've the same. I assume they've the same.
Yes, they do.
That
Okay, so I'll do that. So he was. What did the damage he do? He did, I think it was 9 or something, wasn't it? Just check back.
I don't.
It come up on my one.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
from us.
okay.
to
Okay, so I'll transfer them around. So he should be 13, and he's not prone, and he's not that, but the other fella is. Okay, so he is prone. He is.
are you
Phil, does prone mean they're out of the fight? or
No, they're just on the ground.
not hearing?
Okay.
Okay, so Isaac took the damage, not Silas, which is what I think Andy was trying to get across there, speaking from the dead. Yeah, it's very seance. Okay, Ray, you're up. Just roll the D thing. I think it's 67 is your weapon one.
69.
69, yeah. Who are you firing at, by the way?
Okay, that's good.
So which one were you firing at, Ray?
Icarus.
Icarus, okay. So give us the damage, so.
Damage is...
Okay, yeah, roll damage, 1d10.
Oh, come on. Oh, 10.
10.
I thought it was 10.
Yeah, so with that, he was on the ground, and you just blew his head off in front of you, and just splattered everywhere. So he is, after Archibald shot him, he was really fucked, and you just finished him off. So that...
Don't take away my glory. Edmund has been a dead shot all night.
Yeah, the easy targets you're taking.
To be fair, for a lot of the campaign, if I remember, I feel like...
Oh, you never had your shot that time, sure you didn't. You never had your go. You remember you already...
No, I did.
Oh, yeah, you missed, wasn't it? That's right, yeah.
Yep.
So it's Isaac's, who actually isn't prone. Sorry. Which one is Isaac? That's this guy. Oh, Silas's go. Sorry, I went past Silas.
It's Silas,
Yes,
yeah.
Isaac's
the one
dead.
still standing is the one in front of me.
And Icarus is dead. Okay, so Silas is still there. So he doesn't have a spear. But he does have his brawl, and he is going to try and hit you, Ratigan, because you have crazy eyes. So he is going to try and brawl you. So he reaches out with his clawed hands and he swings at you. Oh, and he gets in there, and he does you 1d6 plus his damage bonus, which is 1d4.
Oh, could be big.
This could be big. So he lets slash at you, and he does you 5 damage. I don't know if I can inflict it there.
Oh, major wound.
Major wound. You need to do a Constitution check.
Yeah, let me just... I just want to make sure that went to my...
How could that be?
Yeah,
you didn't have 5 HP left, did you?
I have 7 hit points overall, and I thought I was at...
Did you deduct some as well? Did you deduct some? Because I deducted it.
No, I put it back. Oh, did you?
I did it because a button comes up here to do it. You were at full health, weren't you?
Oh. Yeah, not before I was. Well, it looked full on the...
Yeah, it was,
the bar on the...
So basically you're not unconscious. It's still a major wound and you're not prone. Yeah, but you're not dying. But yeah, basically if you do lose those 2, you will have to do the Constitution check.
What's the implication of the major wound beyond... It's on a roller table to see what happened, or are you?
Okay, a major wound is if you lose in one go more than half your maximum HP, you get a major wound. So in your case, 4 damage is more than half your 7 is your maximum HP. So if you lose more than 3.5 HP in one go, that's classed as a major wound. And a major wound, if you reach 0 HP with a major wound, you immediately have to take a Constitution save. Otherwise, you're just fall unconscious.
Right.
You just pass out like. Okay, so that was that. That was fairly harsh, but it is now your go on.
Yeah. Now, I'm assuming since that was a fumble, that shell, I'm guessing, is wasted. It's dud. So I'm reloading again.
Yeah, reload.
So another flat.
The bonus cancels out the penalty, so you're just shooting flat. Yeah.
I want to make sure. Fuck. Oh, 19.
19. So roll damage.
Okay.
You need to kill him, really.
Yeah.
12 points of damage. Okay.
Aiming it at his face.
Okay, I'm gonna flick that. So it's now on the ground, but it's still alive. Archibald, it's now up to you. It's now your go. I take it you're going to shoot at him.
Yes. Yeah. shooting.
Okay. Okay, roll damage.
2 points.
2 points of damage. Which was enough to kill it. It only had 1 HP left. So, and yeah, so none of them mitigated. So, right, Silas is also now dead. Okay, so you are fairly fucked. Robert is dead on the ground. Or, well, you don't know that if you want to check.
Is Robert dead? Let's check.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in a really messed up way here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Owen is fairly bollocks, but is still alive. He's now worse than Archibald. Archibald isn't great either. There's you, Ray, in the corner. You're fine.
Yeah. But we don't have another fight in us.
No.
We not here. We don't have another fight in us. So our only other option is to jump in the van and leg it and
You
cover.
You hear help, help.
Where is it coming from?
It's coming from over on the left-hand side of the building where they were running to, and where, if you remember, Icarus or Silas, the last fellow who joined, where came out of.
Okay, Edmund runs over to where the sound is to see if I can get any other clues.
Okay, so you notice there's 2 sort of like wings, for want of a better word. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Is that the mayor's son?
I don't know. You can ask him.
Who are you? Who are you?
So he's lying, just for anything, he's lying strapped on a table, and he's sort of been stripped naked, and he's got some sort of ceremonial robes on it, and they're painted on his chest is the symbol that you had on the coins that you all got in the post. There's a sort of an octopus. And he's sort of crying in his room, and he goes, my name's Nathaniel.
Nathaniel,
Yeah.
Nathaniel, I'll free you. So I'm starting to untie.
Because if it wasn't Nathaniel, you would have left the kid there strapped to the altar, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, they're taking away where it was. I'm undoing the rope.
While Edmund is running there instinctually because he's a bit unhinged,
Yeah.
he's thinking we'll get what I came for, and Robert has pulled out his scalpel and has just launched on top of this guy that he's just blew away, and is just slicing open his chest to see what he looks like inside. How deep does the fishiness go? Does he have human lungs? He's starting to dissect this guy.
Okay, you notice as you're dissecting him, he does have gills on his neck, but he also does seem to have lungs. And which one are you dissecting?
The Silas, just right in front of me.
Silas,
just
okay. So
blown him back and has just.
I want to see how old Silas is.
Picking through the remains of his face and pulling out his teeth, and
Okay,
because his face is just a wreck.
Silas is 87, so he's very well down the road of turning into a deep one. So his lungs are fairly withered, and you would know from your medical studies he probably wouldn't be able to oxygenate the blood that much. So yeah, his lungs are quite small and withered.
Yeah. He's grabbing one of his eyeballs and whatever he
Yeah.
stuff just into his dissection kit, and once that's full, he starts stuffing chunks of flesh into his pockets. And
As you are doing that, you hear from the car outside. You can hear Janet beeping.
Okay, well look, I've untied Nathaniel from the table.
Okay.
And I'm dragging him around with me back into the main room.
Okay. Right. So yeah.
come on, we got what we came for. Come on,
So
Edmund, Robert, come on.
sorry, I was trying to figure out how to do this now. So bear with me. I am. So as you come out the door, I know it says tokens on the scene probably there.
Yeah.
Bear with me. I have to figure out where this is. Right. So Archibald, you can probably see that, can you? The map. Yeah, Archibald nods yes. Communication. I'm just going to put the rest of yous on it. Janet. He still has a tombstone on your one, Robert. So guys, we're at where it says 212 there on the map. So as you come out the door, you see why Janet was beeping the horn on the car. There is, you notice down the road screeching up are two what look to be the local police cars, and they have two little sirens on them, and she's beeping at the horn, and they're going hell for leather. So she's shouting out the window, "Come on, get the fuck in!"
Right. Jump in the van straight away.
So, which one of you is going to drive? Obviously, I know we said Janet was in the car, blah, 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 blah. If you want to check your stats, if there's someone that's better at driving, if you want to do that. So, because what's going to happen is now we're going to have a chase scene. The way it works is one person will drive. Their drive auto skills are the skills that will be used for steering around obstacles. They can have an assistance of somebody in the passenger seat who'll be able to give them bonus dice using either the navigate skill or their own drive skill, and the remaining people will be able to shoot out of the vehicle as you drive along. So ideally,
I think I've just got the basic 20. Yeah.
And the ironic,
Give me the wheel.
Unless I actually prepped a character for Andy because I thought he was going to die. So the Brian Burnham character is fully ready to go, and he actually is quite a good drive ability because that's his job. So if you want to take him over, Robert, for I know you're going to go in 10 minutes. If you want, Robert, I'm calling you, Mikey. If you want to take over the character of Burnham, you can if you want to.
I mean, at the very least for now, I'm sure the kid will drive for us. You know, if he's a good driver,
he is. So
climbing in,
so he goes let me at the wheel. So I'm not sure if so I'm basically all you need to do is, can you open up his character sheet, Mikey?
I tried to, and everything seems to be gone now. Like I clicked on his sheet.
Okay.
And, I clicked on him, update, and I can't see anyone else now.
Okay, let me just give you. Mikey, I'm going to put to owner. Okay, save changes. Right, you may have to reload. Try that there now. Can you open up a sheet?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so what we'll do is, I'm just going to move you back to here, to where the chase starts. So, who's going to be assisting him in the car? And who's going to be shooting? So, two of you can shoot. So, obviously, there's somebody else in the passenger seat's going to assist him.
So that's navigate or drive.
Navigate or drive, and the remaining two of you can shoot out the windows.
Well, Edmund just has like the default scores for navigate and drive. I'm pretty bad, so I'm probably better as a shooter.
No, none of you. The other three of you can shoot out the windows. The person assisting the driver doesn't have to assist. They can just be shooting out the window, like.
But if they have good skills in navigate or drive, they can make the chase better for us.
I feel like we all had maybe the basic 20, and I think Derek had like maybe a 40 or something. Like,
Ray, what's your navigate?
10.
Oh yeah, yours are all the same. I think I'll just check Archibald.
Oh, actually, hang on. Let me see.
Navigate's 10. I just checked that. So you're able to drive boats or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all fairly shite unless you all want to shoot. But you know what? Hang on a second. It doesn't matter. You can decide. You're all the same. So if you want to sit Ray beside the driver, you can, and you can either decide to navigate or you can shoot out the window. So.
And can I do that while can I alternate?
Yeah, absolutely. You can either say, watch out for that pothole, or shoot out the window. It's up to you.
Right, well, I'll sit as the co-driver.
Okay, right, so the way this works is, we just have to do what's called a movement check, and this is to see, so I actually have the obstacles that's going on it. There's a thing that happens in the race as well, or in the chase. There's an end point. So Brian says to you, once we get to the old railway bridge, they won't follow us after that. So you have a target point, which is down here, which is the old railway bridge. So that's where you're going to. So chase, if you make it there, the chase is over. The other things you can do is you can ask for a sudden hazard. Now, a sudden hazard, if you guys ask for a sudden hazard, it basically and do a luck roll, and if you're successful, there's a hazard appears behind you that the other chasing cars have to compete with.
Is it like two guys carrying a big glass pane across the road?
Exactly. Our empty boxes. But if you call for a sudden hazard, then it's my turn. Then I can call for a sudden hazard. So it alternates between us. Either of us can call for a sudden hazard at first, okay? But then once that happens, it alternates. So the first thing we must do now is we'll do it for your car. So on your Mikey, will you do a drive auto check, please?
Phil, on the map, where is the old railway bridge?
The old railway bridge is over where it says 505.
505.
So that was a fail.
Okay.
Okay, so you lose what's called one movement. So we both start at the same. So you're a -1. So I'm going to do the same for the two cars. And this is how many goals you get. So the first guy driving vehicle 1 is 55. So that's his drivability. So and he lost. Okay, so that's -1 as well. And then the second vehicle is 60. And he lost. So basically all of yous lost. So you all have one movement action per go. Okay. Now a movement action can be used to move one point on the map. Okay. You can decide to accelerate, which lets you move for your one movement action 2 to 3 spots on the map. Okay. You can go pedal to the metal, and you can just fucking horse off, and that lets you move 4 or 5 spots, okay, on the map. If you do accelerate, you take a penalty dice. If in that zone, which is where I have the marks marked out where there's obstacles, if you come across an obstacle, you have to try and drive around it. If you've accelerated, you'll end up having 1 penalty dice, and if you're flaking it, you'll end up having to do with 2 penalty dice, okay? So that's the way it goes.
And obviously, because you don't know what's coming up ahead,
you don't know how. Now you can ask. You can ask what's down the road. So you are. I can give you. I do have to tell you if there's something obvious. So for example, you can see as the race starts, because you started, I think, maybe 2 blocks down from you, there is the bus. The Innsmouth bus seems to be blocking the road. So where it says about 214. There's a bus blocking the road, so there is an obstacle. You can see that far. Now, if you accelerate, go pedal to the metal, and you make your drive check to get around the corner, you go 3 more locations, but there could be more obstacles there, which you can't see because they're around the corner. Now, there's one other thing we must do now is for Andy, for Ray, and for Ben, if you can do an initiative roll, so just roll a D100, and this is then your sequence in combat, and I will do initiative rolls for the passengers in the other car. So I'll write that down. So you'll all come up as own.
Oh.
I've got
Janet got 80.
So Janet got 80. So Archibald got 85, and Owen got 52.
And I'll do one for Edmund.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Edmund.
It came up as Janet with 28.
Yeah. So Archibald is 85. So you're going to be probably shooting first, Archibald. Janet or Edmund was 80.
Now Janet was 80.
Okay.
Edmund was 28.
Janet 80. Edmund 28. Owen 52. And I'm going to do the first passenger in car 1 is Ralsa. the guy, Rasla, the guy you locked in the cellar. So he is 17. And Constable Ropes is in the other car, and he is 92. Oh, so he's up the top. So Ropes, Archibald, Janet, Owen, Edmund, Ralsa. So is the way we go. So moving vehicles, penalty, dice. If they get close to you, they can try and ram you off the road and that. So you're starting 2 spots ahead of them. I am going to just get up a target here, get an icon up or something to mark it on the thing. So this is where they are. So there's sort of 2 locations behind you at the moment. Okay, I'll keep you. This is really just for sort of. This is the real the track. Okay, so you're up, guys. So we do the movement and then we do the shooty. So up first is. Oh, sorry. Actually, no, we don't. We do. So Ropes is up first. So he. Oh, I have to do the other cars. Actually, no. Mikey, will you roll? Because I actually need a roll from you as well. For your vehicle. For your vehicle. No, just do your dexterity.
D100.
Yeah.
Phil, just for a sense of scale, how from where the Mikey's character is, how many movements is 3 up along that blue line, that road? How many movements is, like, where would they bring us to?
There's actually on the map, there's 18 movement points.
To get where we're going?
To get to the bridge, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can drive 5 if you accelerate.
Yeah, but the way the chase rules go on the line, like 1 point to 1 point could be a block, or it could be, if it's a pure straight line with no obstacles. So
it could be, the real thing is,
if we wanted one movement and were successful to get that movement, could we say we want to go around the corner at the junction? You know, 2-1.
Okay, if you're not accelerating, if you're just doing the one movement, you will just go from one point to another. You don't have to do a drive check, because that's just, I'm driving normally. Okay, but if you're accelerating and there's something in the way, like a truck or something, that's a drive auto check. But just regular driving is just, you can do that. Like it's like you drive down the road, even if you drive down the road fast, you're gonna be able to drive in a straight line or drive around a normal bend quite easily. So don't think of it as this actual map that we're going around of. There is key points on the map that stuff can happen. So I'm going to roll for the other 2 cars. So yous are going. So I'm going to do my first. And bear in mind, this is my first chase scene. So okay, that's 20. So vehicle 1 is 20, and then the second vehicle is going at 66. So vehicle 2. So just after you. Okay, so Ropes decides to shoot out the window at you. So Ropes is 35 is his fire, and he is doing it at disadvantage. So I'm going to roll 2 of them and take the worst. What did that? That just fucking. I'll have to roll them manually and do it. So I'll roll the first one because I just added them. And I'll take the worst. 86. That's going to be the worst. So okay. So Ropes fires a shot off and misses. Archibald, it's up to you now. You can shoot if you want to. So to shoot, just whatever your weapon is, your normal weapon. Where are you? That's you there. So combat. So you shoot your revolver, which is roll handgun. Okay, so that worked for you. Well, it should have been at disadvantage, fine. So yeah, you got a hard success. So roll some damage. 8 points of damage. Okay, so that vehicle, because it doesn't even do that properly, it didn't target, it takes 8 points of damage. Okay. So you shoot at the van behind you. The windscreen shatters. Right. Next up is Janet.
Okay, so I can only shoot.
Janet can really only shoot. So first of all, what do you want to shoot? Tell me which vehicle you want to shoot at. Vehicle 1 or vehicle 2? Now you can try. Shooting at the vehicle doesn't really do much damage, but you can try and shoot at one of the drivers.
Okay, I'm going to shoot at the driver of the nearest vehicle.
Okay, so what you need to do is pull up your character sheet. I'll talk you through this because I didn't do this properly for our Andy.
Yeah.
Okay, so click on the dice for the weapon that you're using.
Yeah.
Okay, now has that come up in the box?
Well, it's come up asking me do I want to roll it now.
Don't do anything yet.
Yeah.
So you clicked on the revolver, was it?
I clicked on the handgun, the revolver.
Says, yeah, okay. Yeah.
9mm.
So you're going to hit proceed, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll
No, don't roll, because the problem is you're doing it at range.
Yeah.
And you're doing it at a person, so you need 2 penalty dice.
So how do I do that?
That's a good question.
Yeah, -2, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, roll. Oh, I got it.
You actually got it. Oh wow.
Oh,
So
I
yeah.
hit the driver.
fucking
Yeah.
headshot.
Just before, who are you shooting at? The driver, I presume.
Yeah.
So which vehicle was it? Vehicle 1 or vehicle 2?
The closest one, whatever one that was.
They're both the same, so just pick one of them.
Oh, 1.
The 1. Okay, vehicle 1. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, roll damage.
3 damage to the driver.
Okay, 3 damage to the driver. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, nice one. So Birch, the Sergeant Birch, takes 3 damage. Fucking hell. Okay, Brian, you're up. So you're actually now driving the vehicle. So your choice is you can move 1 with no penalty, but you'll only move 1 spot, and 1 spot is clear, or you can move 2 to 3 or 4 to 5. So you can accelerate or you can flat.
I'd accelerate.
Okay, so you're just accelerating. So that's gonna, and you're gonna move. So you're gonna move three distances, I suppose. Yeah.
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 Okay, so 1. So as you're coming up to it, you're accelerating around. You see the Innsmouth bus is blocking the road. So you're gonna have to try and navigate around that. Okay. So to navigate around the bus, you need to do a drive auto check.
Okay, and do I need to do that with a -1?
No, just do it normally. It's a big obstacle. It's not blocking the road fully. It's just sort of parked badly. So, okay, so you hit the side of the bus, and your vehicle takes... so you take... roll me 4d6, please.
4d6, okay. Sorry, I did that wrong.
Yeah, I did that as well.
2, 3, 4. So 21.
21. So it's basically 10 per 10. So that's...
Sorry, I added +4 to the 4.
Okay, so it is not 21.
Sorry, where I was clicking things. It says 1d6 +4.
Oh, yeah. So it's 17. So it's actually, you take 10, so you roll, divided by 10, blah, blah, blah. So it's each set of 10. So you've taken, so you lose the side of the thing. So what you call your vehicle build has been reduced to 4. Your vehicle was at 5. So you've taken a big side of the fucking dent out of it, and you've slowed it down maybe a notch or 2. So its vehicle is reduced from a build value of 5 to a build value of 4. But you scrape past the bus, you continue going on, there's bits of the door has come off at the side as you trundled along. Okay, so next up is Owen, but so you can still see behind the bus, you can still see the other 2 vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, it's not. It's vehicle 2 is next. Vehicle 2 is next. So Sergeant decides to catch up, and he's going to go the 5 shots. So he's going to. Yeah, you're meant to have a penalty dice. You're right. You were right. You're meant to have a penalty dice. So I'm going to do this with 2 penalty dice. So I'm going to roll this 3 times and take the worst one.
That's gonna work for sure.
I think 96. So 96 is a fumble. So 96, he plows straight into the arse end. So he fumbled it. So he drove up and drove smack bang into the arse end of the vehicle, and he is going to take maximum damage. So yeah, his vehicle just fucking is out of it. He's crashed the car. He's totaled the car. So he is.
What did he run into the back of? Was it the bus?
The bus, yeah. He drove straight into the back of the bus, yeah. As he was accelerating down the road. So he drove straight into the back of the bus. Owen, you're up.
So, yeah, assuming I can see one of them, one of the vehicles.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
He is, not for any mechanical. He's shooting. He's just shooting the shotgun. I assume I could have.
The range of the shotgun is not going to be effective.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I thought you had a pistol on as well.
No, I do. Yeah, he was just getting, he was getting ambitious.
And remember, it's 1 penalty dice because you're moving, and if you decide to try and shoot at the driver or the passenger, it's another penalty dice.
Can you shoot a tire?
You can, right? You can shoot at tires. It's 2 penalty dice because again, it's a small target. It's moving, and the tires have an armor value of 3. But if you do hit the tires, it's the vehicle stops.
Honestly, I was gonna say about the tires, but Owen's not in that frame of mind. I think he's just pulling it. I think he's doing Nick Frost in Hot Fuzz, just pulling out the gun and going bang, bang, bang.
Okay. Okay, so if you're targeting a driver or anything, it's 2 penalty dice.
He's just 2 penalty dice. Proceed. Now, is it 2 penalty dice just across the board, or just 1 for moving and then another one if I specify that I'm aiming for?
It's 1 because you are moving, and that's the first penalty dice. The second penalty dice is aiming at a person. The maximum amount of penalty dice you can accumulate in Cthulhu is 2, so it doesn't matter then anything else. You can say what you do. You can actually fire 3 shots because you don't get the extra penalties.
Yeah. Now, how am I can't seem to put on the penalty, advantage, disadvantage, aiming.
Okay, 2 seconds. I'll see if I can pull it up on my one here for you. So you're firing the revolver. Proceed.
Unless I have to try roll.
What I can do is I can do multi-shots there, and I can go long range. That will force another penalty, and actually extreme range will force. Yeah, so extreme range will force 2 penalties.
Okay.
So remember, go shoot. If you fire more than 1, go shoot at the bottom number of times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Missed.
There's actually only 1 penalty dice, I said. I think we're better off rolling with real D100s if you have them to hand.
Yeah, do you know what I will?
It's too awkward with this. So if you've got D100s, we're going to just use real D100s. Because they're too messy, like. So that was you. Edmund.
Okay, so again, I'll shoot at the it's only number 2 left, isn't it? And again,
Or vehicle number 1, yeah.
Yeah, I'll aim for the.
Okay,
driver.
if you want to really use real dice or whatever, so you're going to be rolling 2 lots of D100. Just roll the D100s in the corner on the dice tray.
Would I roll them together?
I don't think you're better off rolling them separately because it seems to add them sometimes.
Okay. There's 1.
So that's 48, which is... And what's your weapon check anyway?
69.
Okay, so roll the next one.
Next one. Sorry.
98. So we take the 98, so you miss. So vehicle 1 is going to come along, and vehicle 1 is going to accelerate, but it's not going pedal to the metal, so it's just going to accelerate, so it's just going to drive, and vehicle 1 He's 55, so he's going to do that. I was going to try this round the two of them, but they come up separate values.
No.
No, see, that was stupid, so I'll do that again. One, roll. So he's going to miss. So I'll just do it in case it's a fumble. Oh, sorry, I didn't click it. Okay, so he takes the first one, which is a miss. So he's going to take a glancing blow off the side. Oh, yeah, they have to do another one. That's the first hit point. Just fucking select it each time. Two. Actually, sure, I can go.
That one's kind of cumulative.
Yeah. Okay. So he has 9 in total. Okay, 9 plus 10. So he takes 1 bill damage. Okay, so that is... Right, so he's at 4 as well. So here's the same. So he comes on, scratches off the side of the bus. And now Rassler gets to fire out the window. But it's going to be 2 penalty dice because they've stopped now and you're accelerating past him. So, roll. Ooh, 29. What's his shoot? Okay, actually, he stopped, so he's able to target. Oh, but you are moving. So, yeah, you're moving. Oh, 23. Oh. So a shot goes off, so he gets a shot through, and he was firing at the van. I'm going to just D4 because I never declared. So, you're top of the screen, 1, 2. Oh, it's actually a D5. So, he is 2. This is you, Archibald, he's shooting at. And he is... Oh, not Archibald, sorry, Edmund. His weapon is 1d10. You do get an armor of 1 from the vehicle.
Oh, God.
You take 8 points of damage, right? Which actually is probably...
That's it.
So now we'll just have to check you because you could be dead as well.
Thank God he's not driving.
Yeah. I rolled on the screen and what was what position. So you are. I
was in the passenger seat, front passenger seat, and that puts me down at 0.
0, and because you've taken major wound, so you need to do a Constitution save. So your Constitution is 47. So you need to roll a D100 and get 47 or better, or you're dead.
D100. Okay.
Oh, it's actually come up Constitution check there. Look, it comes up with a button on the thing. You can click that if you want to.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Okay, so I'm not dead.
No, you actually are dead.
Failed by 1 level.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why.
So I'm dead.
Yeah, because
you. How much did it fail? Can you spend luck on that?
You can spend luck on them.
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on a second.
So.
Yeah, it's just coming up as unconscious here.
Yeah, but that's because we're not accounting. Your maximum hit points is 9. You took 9 in one go, which is more than half your actual.
Oh yeah.
So that actually is a mortal wound, and a mortal wound is if you reduce to 0 HP in one go, you do a Constitution save every round, and if you fail it, you're dead. It's what happened to Robert. So you're dead.
I'm slumped in the front of the van.
That was and it was, by the way, that was a parting shot from Ralsa. So there you go. Yeah, he fucking took aim on you. Okay, so ropes. Right there. Who's driving the other car? Oh no, Ralsa's still in the car that's alive. So yeah, okay. Yeah. Archibald, you're up. You can shoot at them if you want to. Sorry, just roll your D100s. So your skill is 1. 67 is your skill.
Feel like don't want to rain on the parade,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna have to be logging off. John,
Well, you're
so
dead
I don't
anyway.
know.
You're dead anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if this section is about it. We're all
Yeah.
about to be dead. If I want for a while, but
Yeah, I need to hit.
Okay, I think you're actually going to be okay because you've just Archibald has killed the driver of vehicle 1. So as that happens, Archibald shot out the window and actually just killed the driver, Birch, the driver of vehicle 1. So it just skidded to a stop on the road. So
sail off into the sunset with 2 corpses.
yeah. So unfortunately, the chase really was a bit of a disaster. I'd never run them before, so it didn't really work very properly. So there was going to be a pothole in the road. There was empty boxes and refuse bags, and there was a car on fire, and there was a dead cow. Was the last thing to avoid. So. So yeah, you drive off with your. I actually don't think you have 2 dead bodies. I don't think you brought Robert with you. I think you left him there.
no, we left him there. We just legged it.
Yeah, you left it. So Archibald is dead. So you're heading out of Innsmouth. So you're heading off down the road. Just to wrap up, Robert had a meeting in a week, and
Why didn't you bring Robert?
right, well, he was dead.
Okay, yeah.
So, if you want to run up new characters for those of you that died for when we next meet, which obviously next week is meant to be Cthulhu, is meant to be D&D. If possible, if we can keep the next 2 meetings till a Tuesday, because next Monday is a bank holiday. And
I can. Tuesday next week is the only day I'm absolutely not going to be able to make it.
That's Tuesday next week is D&D anyway, so it's not Cthulhu.
Yeah. No, okay.
So what we'll do is maybe I'll talk to Becky and YJ. We could always do maybe the Wednesday next week. And also Ben as well is in that one if he wants to.
Yeah.
So I'll put a separate thing out for that.
Yeah, I might be now. It was a bit of it was kind of sprung, to be honest. But my brother and his kids are visiting from England basically from Thursday to Thursday.
Right.
I don't know if they're staying here. They're being very annoyingly vague with their plans,
Yeah.
or they might go up to her place, her parents in Tullamore or this day or that. So I don't know.
Next one is an easy one anyway because it's just D&D, so that's easy to organise for whatever day people are. So the week after, which is the 26th of April, is the Monday. If possible, might be able to do it. If we could do that on the Tuesday.
That's good for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I can do Tuesday.
Yeah, so that's
usually, yeah.
That's Cthulhu. So we'll organise in the chat the other one. Look, sorry that went a bit ropey at the end. I was expecting that to be more exciting, the chase.
No, good effort, Phil.
No. Sure, we just didn't. That's as much of it as we got through. It just happened to end. It's not your fault. It's just ended it.
The chances of hitting those drivers though are so slim, and yet we.
I mean that's it. Like you fucking missed the bus, which was the easy thing to. Or you should have missed the bus and you didn't, and then you should have fucking not hit the passengers. But there you go. So Ray and Mikey, if you want to roll up new characters and send them on to me. Andy had asked that he had a good idea that he was going to play Brian Burnham if he died. So that's why I had Brian Burnham ready. Now, I don't know if Andy wants to keep Brian Burnham as a backup character or whatever.
No, I think. I mean, I wasn't expecting to make it with Archibald either, but now that we have Brian Burnham with us, we might as well use him. Like one of your.
If somebody wants to. Yeah.
If you want to, Brian Burnham is a fully fleshed out character there, with obviously he's no backstory, but he has the stuff. But if not, if Mikey or Ray, if you want to roll up a new character, that's perfectly whichever.
Roger that.
So good one, guys, and we'll organise D&D for next week for those of us around, and we'll do this in 2 weeks' time. Cheers. Be good. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Cheers.